Ever wondered if that one woman in your life is secretly attracted to you, but just doesn't want to say it outright? You're not alone. The world of human attraction is rarely a straight line. It's not always about bold declarations or grand romantic gestures. In fact, most of the time, attraction lives in the quiet spaces, the glances that last a second too long, the way she remembers a detail you mentioned weeks ago, or the subtle shift in her posture when you walk into the room. Women often communicate their deepest feelings in ways so subtle that if you aren't paying close attention, you might miss the signs completely. But here's the truth: her body, her eyes, and her subconscious are constantly sending out signals. Today, we are going to decode that hidden language. We're breaking down 7 key signs that a woman is secretly drawn to you, all backed by real psychological studies and the timeless principles of human behavior. Understanding these cues won't just satisfy your curiosity, it will sharpen your social instincts, build your confidence, and change the way you connect with everyone around you. Before we dive into the psychology of the hidden dance, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Did you know that only 15% of our regular viewers are actually subscribed? If you find value in understanding human nature and becoming a more grounded, observant version of yourself, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. Let's build this community together. Now let's uncover the secret signals she's been sending all along. The power of the lingering glance. Sign number 1, the lingering glance. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but in psychology, they are the primary indicators of interest. Have you ever caught her looking at you, and instead of immediately darting her eyes away in embarrassment, she holds your gaze for just a heartbeat longer than necessary? That's no accident. In social psychology, this is known as prolonged eye contact. A standard platonic look lasts about 1 to 2 seconds. When that look stretches to 3, 4, or 5 seconds, the brain begins to process it differently. It triggers the release of phenylethylamine, a chemical responsible for feelings of attraction. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she uses her eyes to build a bridge. She's looking for a reaction. She wants to see if you're looking back, if you're noticing her, and if the vibe is mutual. But look closer, there is a biological component here that she can't control. When we look at something or someone we find appealing, our pupils naturally dilate. This is an involuntary response of the autonomic nervous system. If her eyes seem wide or dark when she talks to you, her body is literally trying to take in more of your image. The science of the subtle touch. Sign number 2, the subtle touch. Physical touch is the most direct way humans establish intimacy. When a woman is interested but trying to keep it a secret, she will test the touch barrier with small, seemingly accidental gestures. Think about the innocent brush of her arm against yours while walking, a playful nudge when you make a joke, picking a stray lint off your shoulder. These aren't just random movements, they are probes. She is subconsciously checking your proxemics, the physical distance you allow between yourselves. Psychological studies on haptics, the study of touch, show that even a fleeting touch on the arm can significantly increase a person's willingness to comply with a request and boost their perception of the touch's attractiveness. When she touches you, she is releasing oxytocin, the bonding hormone in both of your brains. It's her way of creating a physical anchor. If she finds excuses to bridge the gap between your personal bubbles, it's a loud signal that she feels safe, comfortable, and magnetically drawn to you. The art of unspoken compliments. Sign number 3, the unspoken compliment. Not every compliment is delivered in words. Sometimes the highest form of flattery is the way someone observes you. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she becomes a student of your character. She doesn't just say, "You look nice." Instead, she notices the small things. She might mention a project you worked on weeks ago, or notice a small change in your style that no one else saw. This shows cognitive investment. Her brain is prioritizing information about you. But the unspoken compliment also shows up in her facial expressions. Look for the eyebrow flash, a quick micro-expression where the brows lift for a fraction of a second when you enter the room. This is an ancient cross-cultural human signal that says, "I see you and I like what I see." She might also mirror your movements. If you lean in, she leans in. If you take a sip of your drink, she takes a sip of hers. This is called isopraxis, or mirroring. It's the ultimate unspoken compliment because it says, "I am so in sync with you that my body is mimicking yours." The depth of conversation. Sign number 4, engaging in deep conversations. We live in an age of surface-level interactions. How are you? I'm fine. This is the death of connection. When a woman is attracted to you, she will actively kill the small talk. She doesn't want to know about the weather. She wants to know your why. Why did you choose your career? What is your biggest fear? What are you working toward? If she is secretly interested, she will ask open-ended questions. These are questions that require more than a yes or no answer. She is essentially inviting you to take up space in her life. Watch how she listens. Does she put her phone away? Does she tilt her head? A head tilt exposes the neck, a sign of vulnerability and trust in evolutionary psychology. If she is giving you her undivided attention in a world full of distractions, that is a massive indicator of her value for you. She isn't just listening to hear, she's listening to connect. Creating proximity excuses. Sign number 5. She finds excuses to be around you. This is often the most overlooked sign. In a crowded room, where does she end up? If you find that she consistently gravitates toward your side of the table or happens to be heading to the break room at the same time as you, it's rarely a coincidence. Psychologists call this proximity seeking. We naturally want to be near the things that make us feel good. If she's attracted to you, your presence acts like a magnet. She might not be ready to start a deep conversation, but she wants to be in your aura. She might also use indirect openers. For example, asking you for help with something she could easily do herself. Can you help me figure out this app? Or what do you think of this idea? By asking for your help, she is doing two things. She's validating your expertise, the unspoken compliment, and she's creating a reason for you to spend time together. Emotional openness and vulnerability. Sign number 6. Emotional openness. This is where the connection shifts from interest to attraction. When a woman starts sharing her personal world with you, her inner sanctum, she is testing the waters of intimacy. If she tells you about a struggle she's having at work or a childhood memory, she is handing you a piece of her heart to see how you handle it. This is based on the social penetration theory, which suggests that relationships develop through a process of self-disclosure. By being vulnerable, she is inviting you to be vulnerable back. If she feels a secret attraction, she wants to know if you are a safe harbor. She isn't just looking for a boyfriend, she's looking for a partner who understands her. If she's opening up to you more than she does to others, you have already bypassed the friend zone and are entering the trust zone. Respectful engagement and the memory test. Sign number 7. Respectful engagement. This is the hallmark of genuine, high-level attraction. Does she remember the name of your dog? Does she remember that you don't like onions on your burger? Does she ask how that meeting went, the one you only mentioned in passing 3 days ago? This is called active memory recall. Most people are too wrapped up in their own lives to remember the boring details of others. But when we are attracted to someone, our brain tags their information as high priority. She shows respect for your time, your opinions, and your boundaries. She doesn't just hang out with you, she engages with you. This level of respect is the foundation of any lasting bond. If she treats your words like they are important, it's because you are important to her. Final thoughts. The Stoic approach to attraction. So you've noticed the lingering glances. You've felt the subtle touches. You've realized she's been listening more than anyone else. What do you do now? The most important thing to remember is that attraction is a dance, not a race. Don't rush to label it or force a confession. Instead, take a page from Stoic philosophy. Focus on your own character and your own reaction. If you feel the same way, begin to mirror those signals back to her. Give her a lingering glance. Ask her a deep question. Show her that you are paying attention too. Attraction is one of the most beautiful parts of the human experience because it's a mystery we solve together. By paying attention to these 7 signs, you're no longer walking in the dark. You're becoming a man who is socially aware, emotionally intelligent, and deeply connected to the world around him. Which of these signs have you noticed recently? Have you ever had a lingering glance moment that changed everything? Share your story in the comments below. I read as many as I can, and our community can learn from your experiences. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please give the video a thumbs up. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this content is valuable, helping us reach more men who want to improve their lives. Thank you for watching. Stay observant, stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next video.